If you have a problem, if no one else can help, maybe you can hire these fragrances. Yes, you absolute legends. I am Bummy Fragrance. I am Pete. I am back, and today we're talking versatility to the max. These are my most versatile fragrances ever. Like, there is no price point. If you want me to do a cheap one or a niche one or just a straight up design one, let me know in the comments. I'll happily do that for you. But this was just, I was going to running through my things and I'm thinking, what the hell do I wear? And I had this morning and I was like going, what the hell do I wear? And it gave me the idea that you guys may have this problem as well. Like, you wake up in the morning going, what the hell do I wear? So this is the most versatile fragrances that I know in this order. I've got 3 honorable mentions. So as always, let's just crack on into it. So these 3 have all been discontinued, so I'm going to get that straight out of the way. However, you can still pick some of these up. So the first one is from Ferrari. This is vetiver essence, and this thing is just money. It's just clean, it's classy, it's amazing. If you can find this for about 70, 75 quid, you've got a steal. Because at the moment, this is running quite high. Sorry, I have to have another sniff. But I got this when it was cheap, and this was running about £25 max. So I've got an absolute steal of a fragrance for that price. It's a great, easy to wear fragrance. If you wore this with a suit, I guarantee you no one would say, my God, you're wearing Ferrari fragrances? It's just beautifully executed fragrance. Find it, pick it up, and I promise you, you'll be laughing afterwards. The next one was released, and it's just, why? I have no idea. Montblanc, individuel. This raspberry luxurious fragrance. Oh, every time I just smell it, it just smells. It reminds me of Prada, but with the slightest kisses from raspberry. Smells amazing. I've luckily got another backup of this, so I've got loads. But yeah, this one, why it was ever discontinued, I have no idea. It's one of the best from Montblanc ever. And it saddens me that they're not producing it anymore. However, you can still find this at a reasonable price at the moment. So that's a bit of a bonus. So don't wait too long before you get this one. I promise you, you smell this, you'll smell like, why the hell did they do this? Great fragrance, Montblanc individuel. Last but not least, and this is only recently been talked about as being discontinued, it's bulgari, aqua, atlantique. And this one is, some people say that they smell rotten eggs. I think what the only thing I can think of is the skin chemistry mixing with this, there's some salt and this salty vibe in this, and it's making it smell like that. And that's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise, for me, this is an amazing fragrance. I need to get a backup of this because, quite frankly, it's amazing. But I've got 100 mils, so at the moment, it's just awesome. It projects really well. It lasts a long time. It's one of the better blue fragrances I've got. And quite frankly, knowing me, I'm not a big fan of blue fragrances. This one is an absolute gem. So that's your 3rd honourable mention. We punch straight on into the top 10, and number 10 is a cheapy gem. And people love the fact that I start out with cheapies, because I think if you know there's some cheap, good fragrances out there and you don't have to break your bank account, it's always a win. So this is from the house of Davidoff. It's Cool Water Intense. Now this is a little 75ml bottle. Again, cracking fragrance. But there's only 3 notes in this, which to me doesn't make sense, because I think there's a lot more going on than just 3 notes. Green mandarin, cacao, and a bit of amber. I honestly think there's more going on there, but the performance is fantastic. It's under 20 quid. If you want to smell, and it's not like the original Cool Water, this smells a little bit different. It's got an essence of it, but it's not the same. And I think this one should be on your radar if you want to have something that's cheap, easy to wear, and it will get you through a day and smell amazing. You can dress this up, dress this down. It does not matter. You can wear it any time of the year. It works really well in fall and winter, surprisingly. And so this one would be my first choice. Davidoff Cool Water Intense. Number 9. Again, this is another cheapie. I'm banging out chippies for you. Someone has azzaro from the Central Blends is Amber Fever. Now this one, sage, cacao and amber. Again, that's all they've given you as notes. And it works because it's really sexy. It's really nice. Again, it's got enough power through the winter. It's got enough to do in the summer. Great little number. I think sometimes you can find these, sometimes you can't. That's the biggest issue with this one. If you can find it and you're not breaking your bank account, brilliant. But otherwise, try and pick this up for around 40, between 30 and 40, max 50. After that, you're just wasting your money. But that one, it's a cracking little fragrance. Amber Fever by Azzaro. Number 8. Again, a cheapie. My God, I should be treating you too much. From the house of John Varvatos, this is Artisan Blue. Now, this one reminds me a little bit of a throwback with a modern touch. And what I mean by that is it's got some green nuances, but it's still got enough of a blue essence that it will work. This one, bitter orange, cedar, pine, and some of the notes in this, and the pine in it, that it makes it really nice. There's a bit of florals in it, like iris. Cracking fragrance. Again, you're not spending loads of money. This is about £30-35. The only downside with this is you need to apply it after about 5-6 hours. If it hadn't got for that, and it had a little bit of ambroxan in it, this thing would be outrageous. It should be arrested for being how good it is. So therefore, it's a brilliant versatile fragrance. Like I say, you can dress it up, dress it down, do what the hell you like with it. John Varvatos, Artisan Blue, my number 8. Number 7. Now this one is a little bit more expensive, but it's not ridiculous. I've seen it going for about 40-45 quid. How's the Dolce Gabbana? It's pour homme. Now this is the new version. This is 2012 version. But, oh God, yes. Lavender, tobacco, neroli and tonka are some of the notes in this. And I promise you, if you have this fragrance, you will smell freaking awesome. It's got enough of a safeness to it, but it's with that leather and a bit of tobacco in it, it gives it that little bad boy edge, which really, most fragrances might not do it. This one does it amazing. I have an original bottle with a sticker on the front, but this one will do it just as much justice. It's a fantastic fragrance that can work anytime, any place, anywhere, and I guarantee you, everyone will like what you smell like. Number 6. Now this is one of my 2 niches, because I don't want to feel like some people will go, Pete, there's no niche. I'm gonna spaz out because I need niche, and fine, if that's what you want to do, I'm all for it. From the house of Mancera, it's cedrat boise, and I've done a full review of this, but this one, it's got some interesting notes like blackcurrant, vanilla, leather, a bit of moss I think as well in the base. As you can see, I like it a lot. But yeah, again, check out my full review of this one. This one is, like I say, one of the best in the business. It's been around for a decade. It ain't going anywhere. It's just one of the Mancera's staples that if you've got it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Amazing fragrance. Lasts hours. Mancera is one of the best in the business of doing this. So that's my number 6. Right, top 5 time, and we're going back into the world of niche. Now, some people might hate me for what I'm about to say, but I don't give a damn. This is from the House of Creed. Now, the only thing I will say about this one, it doesn't perform as much as I would like. It gives me 5 to 6 hours. I'd like it a bit more for the price point. It's millesime imperial, but hey. So it's got sea notes, lemon, iris, and some woods, and this thing is freaking awesome. This, because it's got this freshness of the sea notes and the woods, gives it a nice combination, which again will work. The only thing I say about this is the down point is it just doesn't have the performance I'd like. The price point, if you put some probably eccentric molecule 2 on top of this, then this thing comes an absolute beast, because quite frankly, I think that's ICO8, or is one of them eccentric molecule 1 or 2. It's got one's got ICO8 and one's ambroxan, and if you put that on this, then this thing comes a whole nother game, and this thing then comes a monster. But it's a great fragrance. I still love it. Number 5, Creed millesime Imperial. Okay, number 4. We're going classic now. We're going back a few years, and this is the originator. It's Yves Saint Laurent, L'Homme. And I got to be honest with you, I still love it to this day. It's that beautiful ginger citrus pop at the top. It's got some tonka and some violet and some pepper and all sorts of different good things in it. Again, the only thing I will say, it's only about 6 or 7 hours on my skin, but for the smell, I will love this fragrance to the day. It's one of my earliest fragrances I had back in the day. Filled into my bottle, never got another one, and I recently bought another one. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm happy to have it back. It's a beautiful thing. Again, you can dress this up, dress this down anytime, any place, anywhere. It works. It's fantastic. Like I say, the only thing I will say is if you get Le Parfum, it's a bit better performer, but I'm just keeping homage to the OG. This one still works amazing. That's my number 4. Number 3. Now this one, no one's going to tell you. This is a hidden gem. So this is hidden gem alert. Number 3 is Ralph Lauren Polo Blue Sport. Now, before anyone says to me, Pete, you've lost the damn plot. No, I haven't. This thing is about 25 quid. And apple, sandalwood, sage, and a bit of musk in it. It is great. But again, the only thing I'll say is down about this 5 to maybe 6 hours of performance. But okay, what are you going to do? For the price point, for the smell, for the fact that it's an awesome fragrance, I guarantee you no one will go to you, yeah, you know that fragrance you're wearing? It's not very good. This thing is outrageous. It's not expensive. It's probably one of the cheapest polos out there. So this one is massively underrated. So that's Polo Sport, Blue Sport. Right, top 2 time, and this number 2 is another cheapy-ish fragrance. It's only been out a few years, but my God, this thing spanks a lot of fragrances, and I don't mean that in any other way. It's Boss Bottled Absolute, and this one, it's got plum, it's got cashmere, it's got the apple, cinnamon. It's just incredible. It's got the niceness of the original from the Boss Bottled line, but then it's had some woods, it's got some depth, it's got some attitude on it, and this thing, for the price you get, I think it's £35 at the moment for a 100ml bottle. That is a steal of the century. This thing should be arrested for being as good as it is, because like I say, it's got the original DNA that everyone loves. I don't know anyone who's spelled the original Hugo Boss bottled and go, you know that apple pie and vanilla and cinnamon thing? It's just not for me. I've not known anyone not love it, and this thing gives it to the next level, and it's absolutely awesome. So that's my number 2, which leads me to number 1. Now, I might get heavily criticised for this next one, but again, I don't care. And this is from a house I've never been a big fan of, but this one, I am. It's from Dior Sauvage, very cool spray. Now, it looks like a deodorant can, but my God, it's like the EDT, but better. It performs just as good, but this one does not give me a freaking headache, because the original, it gives me a bloody headache, and I cannot stand it for that, and I'll never have the EDT in my thing. I've got EDP, I've got the Elixir, I've got the Parfum, and I've got this one. I don't want the EDT because it just hurts my head. Don't know why this doesn't, because it's got like the pink pepper lavender, the broxin and the vetiver and all the rest of it. But for some reason, this doesn't. So this is my alternative to the EDT. It performs probably just as well. So this one is my number 1. Not normal known for blue fragrances, but this one, so versatile. Compliment factor still there. It works every single situation. And if you want it to be a little bit cheaper than all the rest of them, this actually comes out a lot cheaper. This comes about 45 quid. Instead of paying like 100 plus for the EDT or the EDP. This one is going to get the job done just as well as the rest of them. So there you go. Okay, so there you have it. Versatility off the charts for a price ranges for everyone. I hope I haven't missed anything out that you think. So if you think, oh, well, that's a real versatile fragrance that I hadn't mentioned, let me know in the comments because I'd be really interested to hear. But as always, I'm not leaving it there. I'm giving you an extra bonus one because, quite frankly, this thing is amazing. It's from the house, from Middle Eastern house, which I'm kind of getting more and more into. It's from Afnan, Supremacy in Heaven. Oh my god. It's so nice. It's clean. It's uplifting. It's beautiful. This thing runs you about 35, 40 quid. I saw someone on Latino. It's a great fragrance. Its compliment factor is ridiculous on this. Performs ridiculously well. I get about 10 plus hours out of this. For a fresh, clean, uplifting fragrance, Afnan has nailed this bad boy. It's absolutely outrageous. I'll tell you now, I've never not had a compliment from this. And I don't get compliments very often, but this thing gets the job done. It's actually a bonus one. As always, let me know if these you have, don't have, if there's something new you found. Love hearing from you guys. If you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up anytime you like. As always, I'm on Instagram with filming fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends. Smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.